It's like, dude, if like you know who I am? Because if you know who I am and you think that you know me so well and I'm so crazy, why the fuck would you play with me? I need to go call a DV shelter to go live there. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even kidding. Doesn't always have to be such a fucking big dramatic thing. Granted, I'm a fucking dramatic girl. Proverbs 18:21 says, you know, there's life and death in the tongue. So I'm definitely trying to like work on myself and work on the things that I say and even think about and provide my energy to. Like, oh my God, I done said so much bad shit in the last 14 years. Like, is something gonna happen to me? But you know what, bitch? Just because someone cheats on you and someone lies to you doesn't make them the most horrible person in the world. It had to happen so that I can move on. Like, you know, trying to be on my fucking website and stalking me and doing all that weird ass shit. Like, it's not necessary. God's seen it happen. Be more worried about what type of shitty person you are and not how somebody else is living their fucking life. That's all I'm gonna say. What up? Let me zoom in a little bit. Hi. I miss you guys. I miss me too. Like, I miss being my old self, being a bad bitch, you know. Today, I'm gonna update you guys on my life. It's honestly been a lot. It's been a lot. A lot has happened. And I'm honestly like not embarrassed, but like I need to fix my necklace. And I don't wanna like get it caught in my hair, but like it's already caught my other 2 necklaces. So I'm like, bitch at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna update you guys on like what's been going on with me and shit like that, because I'm gonna start posting eventually like the process of what I'm about to explain. So I didn't want it to be like just like a complete like shock and like surprise to everybody. I need to go put on some fucking hand cream, honestly. All right. I wanted to do this when I wasn't so fucking upset and so like just seeing like red. I feel like I'm seeing red, pink, yellow, maybe a little orange. So I feel like I can speak on it without sounding so like slanderous or like self-loathing, because both of those, like neither one of those are energies that I want to like lean into right now, and especially in this new part of my life. Me and my ex-boyfriend broke up. In a nutshell, me and that bitch broke up. Why? There's a few reasons, and then okay, I could give you like the raw and like what the fuck I really think went down, and I can give you obviously like from my perspective what happened. Keyword, my perspective. Obviously, like I'm one person and like I'm not completely perfect in any situation, like ever. Not in this situation, not in any conflict that I've ever been in, because bitch, I can go far. And just to take accountability first, I feel like I went through a period of time where I was out of control. I mean, I'm still like winging off of that, but like the smoking, the drinking, cursing. I mean, I like cursing, but like, I'm just saying though, like if I'm a Christian woman and I'm like being on my values and shit like that, it's like, bitch, look at me right now. Like I'm not that nice of a girl. I'm kind, I'm very kind-hearted, but I don't really like a lot of like nice, I don't like a lot of like fake shit is what I'm trying to say. I just am a person that's like blunt, and that's not a bad thing, but I know how it can come off at times in friendships, relationships, and just like in life in general, especially with things like this, like telling your side of the story or something. And it's not even like it's a side of the story. Let's make it clear. Disclaimer, I've had a YouTube channel for about 7 years now, and I went through a lot of shit in my life. I'm not a bad person. I'm not like trying to convince anybody of no narrative. I'm pretty much just stating what the fuck happened to me. You see videos on my channel already, so obviously I'm like in the habit kind of like filming my life, and there's a lot of shit that I film that I don't post because I'm not in the habit of like editing and like being on my shit like I should. Having a YouTube channel, documenting my life and my experience and my testimonies, like that is what I do. I know how image matters to some people. I would like in my family life and stuff like that, like why I never really like push my YouTube channel is because I grew up in like a very like toxic household. I grew up around abuse. I grew up around like a lot of fucking like crazy toxic shit, and I'm like shook that I even have like an ounce of confidence to like get up and pick up my shit and walk the fuck away, whether that be from like a family member or a nigga. But I do that shit. One thing about it, I don't have to be, I'm 24 now. I don't have to be quiet or like timid about my experience. And I feel like I've always been like, well, you know, I don't want to put people's business out there, or I don't want to make them look like this or something like that, even though like in real life, like I will get with your ass. But when it comes to telling other people shit, well, I'll do that too. Like on the internet and shit, like the internet is forever, so like I never be one to like really out people shit. Like you're already a horrible person, it has to suck. You know, you're gonna have your own shit, you're gonna have to deal with God yourself. So me just going on the internet and like bashing a bitch is like really not my style. I'm more conceited. I like to kind of like talk about me and my life and the shit that I'm thinking about. But at the end of the day, people do shit. They do shit. People, like, we're all a part of each other's experience. None of us are here to take ownership of each other. But at the same time, bitch, when you impact my life, not even necessarily need to be talking about, because ancestors are on your ass. God, especially like in this situation where I didn't decide to actually like lose my fucking marbles, like everybody assumed I was going to, or even acted like I did. Like, we all know that that's not what happened. I just been trying to embrace the side of me that just can like feel deeply, communicate calmly, like close chapters without like imploding, because it doesn't always have to be such a fucking big dramatic thing. Granted, I'm a fucking dramatic girl, so you know, there's a fine line. But at the end of the day, like, I'm a makeup artist. I'm about to embark into my next career, and I feel like people don't need the fake shit. Clients don't need a perfect, you know, makeup artist. They need somebody that's true to their craft and true to their artistry. And sometimes you get into relationships and you do shit with people that kind of like dims your light, one, by being with them, because bitch, if they're a bum or if there's some like scallywag ass trash bag, yeah, you know, if you hang around 7 of those, guess what, bitch, you're gonna be the 8th one. When you support other people's goals and you try to like push other people's dreams and put your shit on hold to kind of just like make sure the profitable thing can work, and if you feel like that's not you, like, that's a problem. Like, accountability is, I've done that. I mean, I didn't always put him first, because like I said, like drinking, smoking, all that shit, like those are things that I choose to indulge in. And I feel like before I met him, I was like peaking. I was like getting body a little bit. I was like smoking and drinking, but not to the point where it was like one could call me an alcoholic or like throw my family's alcoholism or any like relation to that in my face. So yeah, and I'm kind of reluctant to really even dive into it, because I know it's a case of like oversharing, and I know how people like fake perceive that, but then people always want to know your fucking business. And then the thing about that too is, if hypothetically, let's just say one was to find this video, why the fuck would you find my video? Like, why would you even be watching my video? Like, that's pathetic. Obviously, like, me time and me and my people time. So it's like, I'm not gonna be hindered or held back any longer by other people and what they may or may not think, because literally I really don't give a fuck. Even though people think I don't have like a filter, there's a lot of fucking shit that I could say and do that I just don't, because it's really not always really worth my energy. And just because sometimes I share an opinion or make a comment on something doesn't mean I'm like sitting up fucking having a black hole in my heart about it, you know what I mean? The most important reason on why I want to really share this journey is because it's gonna lead, I feel like, to a greater level of self-exploration, not only just with myself, but in the Word of God, because God has sustained the out of me. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even kidding. As you can see, because this is another reason too why I need to kind of like show what happened before and like pretty much walk you through like the process of me going through it, because you'll have to see how I got this. Like, you'll have to see how fucking random it was and how stressed out I was and how I had to sit on the phone with fucking suicide hotline for 3 hours. Actually, I didn't film that part because obviously like I was in extreme distress, and that pissed me the fuck off. I don't actually hate myself. Like, I'm the kind of person where like I've always thought that I was like pretty great and shit, and people have, sorry for the noise outside my window, people have always tried to like humble me or like, you know, knock me down a couple notches because either their confidence wasn't there or they're intimidated by me, which, I mean, either way it go, bitch, your confidence ain't there, step it up. But that growing up turned into a form of like me trying to humble myself through like low-key like self-hating. And it's also partly like, if 12 people say something about you, bitch, it's probably true. But that's not motherfucking true all the time. You're not gonna find the salvation you need in the masses. You're just not. Like, Matthew 7:13 through like, let's say 15 says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. And at the end of the day, there's lots of times where I say, or you definitely want to critique yourself if you're like a detriment to other people's lives, is what I'm trying to say. And leading on to the next line, it's like, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. At the end of the day, the masses and what the fuck people say is not always the way. I thought that he was a person, one, I can trust, a person of integrity, a person who actually, like, I'm trying to like learn how to be led by, and then you're leading me into a fucking wall of deceit. To put it bluntly, he cheated on me. He cheated on me, and he would say he didn't cheat on me because he would say that we broke up before, probably. Let me go back to the timeline. We broke up December 11th. We got into it about something like super fucking minuscule in my mind, and it literally was like, I can share with you what it was. We argued about the Diddy documentary, you know, the one that came out when they were talking about the baby oil. So we argued about that because my opinion was like, of course, like, the government's involved in that shit, so it's always some sketchy shit going on, because when the government's involved, bitch, I mean, I'm not no conspiracy because it's real. Like, his opinion was the government is not involved in that, like, it has nothing to do with the government, and I'm just like, it's a fucking federal case. Like, literally, that is him versus the government. Supposedly, that was my whole point. Like, they have us watching this shit and like going through all of this, like, he's such a bad person, and he is, but it's like, bitch, they allowed it for so long, so it's like, what the fuck. He ended up getting so fucking upset about that shit, kept throwing some shit out about OJ in my fucking face, like, look at that case about OJ, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Got so fucking mad, broke up with me that night. Trying to have a really good Christmas. Again, this was December 11th. We moved into our new apartment December 1st of 2025. Long story short, bitch, I would just tell you now, like, when the situation was laying out in front of me and we were in the process of moving, I wasn't really that involved in it. He had found a realtor, which was cool. The realtor was a cool guy, but it didn't feel right in my spirit. I thought genuinely might have been because like I have student loans and everything. So when we moved here the first time, I wasn't as far in debt as I am now because obviously I don't have the money to pay that shit. So my credit is lower than it was the last time, and I'm pretty sure the way it went when we first moved to Nashville was my credit pretty much like helped us because he didn't have a lot of credit since he's taken care of by his fucking mother, and he had the finances because he actually can sit there and diligently work a job, something that I lack a little bit. So long story short, bitch, we moved out of our apartment South Nashville at 5040 Flats in end of November, obviously, of 2025. Mind you, taking it back, I did a plate cleansing in October of 2025, and on that plate I pretty much just, I mean, when I actually start posting like the stuff, like my you know, me going through it, you will see me talk about the plate cleansing, and I actually read like exactly what the fuck is on the plate, and like not even fucking knowing, I'm like purging my relationship out of my life. Or I don't know if it was a case of like he was cheating on me already, because now that I've looked the shit up and now that I know what I know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was talking to her or met her the month before that. I wouldn't, but it could have started in October too, like maybe when I broke that fucking plate, and the plate would not break also, like the plate was like literally giving me issues. I feel like I started to just, I don't know, like, first of all, the psoriasis started back up. Like, I am actually clearing up. I mean, you can see like maybe a little spots if I like you can see like a little bit of spots. I don't know if you really can, but I had psoriasis all over my body. Like my ass cheeks were not like the back of, like not the actual butt cheeks, but like on the sides of my waist and like my legs. Bitch, psoriasis everywhere. It was so bad. It was like on the bottoms of my feet. Like I was stressed the fuck out. I was already so stressed out about moving. Neither here nor there. I allowed him to manufacture the entire move and do all of that shit, trusting him, and he found a cool little spot. But like I said, in my spirit, it just didn't feel like home to me. But some cool things about the apartment, like the apartment number was 1127. That's my birth time, like the 8. I was like, okay, period. Like, even if shit gets weird, bitch, clearly there's some karmic energy at play. He told me, like, you know, I picked this apartment because like it has like these kind of light fixtures and it has this and it has that, and I know you like the character, blah blah blah. Bitch, trying to like make me motherfucking, I just feel like it's manipulation. I feel like you're trying to make it seem like I chose this or something, or like I really had like a say really in it, when it's probably here and now that she probably lived at the building. Not probably, bitch, she lives at that building. She lives. He moved me into a building that whoever he was cheating on me with lived in. 11 days after we moved in, like I said, we got into it, and then decides he wants me out of his life forever. Or not forever, actually, because it was this back and forth thing. I really was almost, like, the reason why it was such a mind fuck is because he wasn't fully just like, I don't fucking fake wanted to like take care of me. Like, oh, well, I can pay for this, like I can do that, I don't want you to have to like get a storage unit, I don't want you. So bitch, what you want me to do basically is pack up my clothes and my things and get my things and get out, and you can keep the furniture until I have the money to come and get it. And thank God I didn't do that shit, because knowing that she lives in that building, he would have had her up in there while the shit was like low-key cute and like posh and all that. None of his friends fucking helped us move into the spot and anything like that. So I, in all my psoriatic fucking stressed out glory, moved all that fucking furniture into there with him. I paid money to him to help make that shit happen too. The fact that I wasn't on the lease, the fact that the leasing office knew that I was on the lease, and then all of a sudden he just started to like, you know, push for me to be out of there, and they were allowing that shit. And it was getting to the point where somebody was gonna get hurt. And it's not in the way of like how he was trying to frame it, you know, like I'm unstable and I'm not okay and all this. It's not like that. Like, bitch, anybody would not be okay if somebody did some fuck ass shit like that. And then also too, I'm a Scorpio rising and Aquarius sun. Bitch, I will fuck, but you playing the right kind of games, you know? Like, you playing games that you can't really erase the consequences of. What he told me why he needs to break up is because, you know, he has a business and he really wants his business to flourish, and he just doesn't need to be in a relationship right now, and he ain't got shit going on, and blah, blah, blah. All this fucking bullshit, bitch, please. Please. At the end of the day, people who are unwell, they don't fucking set boundaries. They don't walk the fuck away. They don't seek legal protection. They don't fucking seek justice for the situation. And most importantly, thank God I decided that, or not thank God I decided, but thank God I have discernment to know that I'm actually going places in life. Because had I fucking actually sat there and milked him for what the fuck I deserved, not only the money I invested, but an ass whooping, a person that's unwell would not ask for perspective, because I would try to communicate with him and shit like that. You had like multiple opportunities to be honest with me, and if a person chooses not to, then you have to do what the fuck you have to do. The way the whole situation like came out and everything, and the way it was like my granddad's death anniversary and everything, and it was New Year's, like I really wanted to start fresh and really get my life together past this point. So it's like the fact that you would try to throw this fucking wrench in my road. Fuck a wrench, like the whole fucking toolbox, like really? That's a joke. That's a joke. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. It's low, it's disgusting, it's hurtful, it's betraying. It's betrayal at the highest point, and I feel like it needed to be though. I feel like I'm not mad at him. Well, let me think about that. I'm not, what do I want to say? Obviously the situation left a bitter taste in my mouth, as it would anybody. I mean, it left a bitter taste in lots of people's fucking mouths. They hear about shit. But I'm not mad at him, because I'm mad at me at the end of the day. I knew who I was with. I'm not so sure that whomever he decided to like escapade with knows who he is, but discernment is everything. So to me, there were several fucking instances where I kind of high-key knew he was lying and would ask like, are you lying to me? Are you talking to bitches? Are you this? Are you that? And it's not even about bitches. It's just like, are you deceiving me? Because my body's reacting, you know? So my spirit doesn't lie to me. My spirit usually catches on the first time. And when I got with him, I knew what kind of person he was. And to go through 2.5 years of reassurance that you're not that person, and then you just miraculously wake up one day and you're that person, like obviously that doesn't fucking happen. You were always that person. Literally not the bitter version of it at all. Like that's literally, I feel like, what happened. He cheated on me. I found out, I guess, after we were actually broken up. But one thing I'm not gonna do is be made to feel like those seeds weren't planted beforehand, because like I said, when I did my plate cleansing October 1st, I dead ass like had like a spirit funeral and like purged that shit actually out of my life. And like, even though I didn't let go of the drinking immediately, and like, I mean, if I could get my hands on a bottle right now, like, bitch, I would. But like, I've been having a little bit more discipline. I'm still smoking, but that's because I can do what the fuck I want to do. I'm not a child that grew up having parents that would let me do any motherfucking thing, and I also didn't do anything. Like, I chose not to be a delinquent. I'm not saying that if you fucking decided to smoke or have a bunch of sex and do whatever the fuck you did when you were fucking 14 and 15, like, you're such a delinquent. But I'm just saying, for me, that's what the fuck it would have gave, because no, that was just not the thing to do. And at the time, 23, when I was just finishing out with him, it's like, I don't have time. And also, I'm Aquarius sun. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Like, you're not my fucking dad. And you say shit like that, it's like, okay, but I'm trying to lead you and I'm trying to get you in the right direction, and I'm trying to basically like calling me dumb if I don't want to take his advice and be under his control and under his spell and believe any fucking narrative that he spews out of his mouth. Like, should I fucking had? Because bitch, when I tried to, where the fuck did I end up? In the building of some bitch that you're talking to, fucking with, or whatever the fuck the case is. Let me stop. What I do know is he definitely did meet her the day he fucking got caught. Like, do I look like a fucking Nimrod? God is not offended by my anger, because this shit is very fucking valid and it's clear as day. Look at the new apartment that I'm in. This is my apartment that I got on my own. I did not have to get a cosigner. I didn't have the fucking money saved up for fucking shit. That was the whole fucking thing. I had no money saved up, because if I had any money saved up, it would have went to the move that I did with him. So that is shit that would drive a person up a wall. Like, fuck a nigga cheating on you. That's the whole thing too. People cheat. I've actually done that before too. Well, I've not done this shit, but I'm saying, like, I've cheated on people before. So it's like, it's not that serious. It's like, it happens. We're young. Like, what the fuck? Okay, future me, I'm on my iPad, so the fucking quality is horrible. But I just wanted to say, I hate how insensitive it's sounding the way I'm saying this. Like, oh my God, everybody, like, people cheat and it's fine. Like, I mean, it's not fine. It's happened to me before. Have I had to, like, feel like I needed to reciprocate something, act like that? Like, yes, but like, not in the sexual kind of way. I definitely don't fucking condone, like, jeopardizing people's like sexual health. I don't condone lies, period. Especially like period. Like, I fucking hate liars. And I feel like if you're gonna cheat, you should be like a blunt cheater and be like, oh my God, that bitch is always fucking cheating in her face. That's the kind of bitch you should be if you're gonna be cheating, because doing shit behind people's back will get you like shanked. He pretty much put me down like really bad about like staying with my ex in high school for cheating on me and shit like that. He was just like, I would never stay with somebody that cheated on me, and like, you're dumb for staying. And I just think guys sometimes have a knack for like hating something about their mom and then fucking like judging the women that they're with, rather than like actually just not holding your mom accountable, because it has fucking nothing to do with you if somebody wants to be dumb over their man. But neither here nor there. Like, how could you become the man that treats someone like that, but yet you're judgy? Like, it didn't make any sense. That's different. Some people are just off they fucking rocker for a minute. Some people are actually like energy vampires and are like high-key, low-key demonic, and like are never gonna try to get help for it. And that is scarier than fucking anything. I am a child of God. So at the end of the day, it's just, like, my first boyfriend, he cheated on me and shit, and like, that sucked, but like, we can be friends now. And he's been actually really fucking generous to me, and like, just like provided a nicer experience for my birthday than like I would have had I just been dealing with the fallout of what the fuck Cooper was able to provide for me, which is the fucking government was basically trying to tell me I need to go call a DV shelter to go live there. And he was threatening to put my things outside and had changed the fucking door codes because like the electricity, bitch, that kind of shit. I don't have a car. I don't have a driver's license. I don't have a kid or a marriage certificate, so that's cool too. But it's also like, to try to act like or manipulate or like gaslight me into thinking that like it's like my life with him was the better thing for me, and because I had fucked that up and decided to not act like I was leaving. Like, anything could have fucking happened to me. What if something happened to me? You know what I mean? What if something happened to me? That's like crazy. And when I think about the fact that like some people will really say fuck you and they don't give a fuck if you live or die, that's disgusting. And that brings a whole nother side of me out, because now I don't care about your life and your well-being at all. And it's like, bitch, it can be whatever. So,
and then what I did mention too, because it's like involves legal matters and shit, I ended up getting a fucking OP on his ass because the bitch kept coming back. Like, I might have talked about that and like the progress of it. He ended up coming back and like was hella like exercising like coercive control and like threatening to call the police on me and shit like that if I didn't like get my shit out and fucking leave. And so I ended up getting an order of protection on him, and it was temporary because did I really want him to go to jail? No. Now that I know what I know now, and like her living in the building and shit like that, I would have probably went the mile, because at the end of the day, if I haven't made up in my mind that you might be staying with the bitch and she lives either down the hall or upstairs, yeah, like, you're breaking the order of protection. You're not supposed to be around me at all, and you've already like broke the law by changing the locks illegally. So yeah, go to jail. As a matter of fact, like, go to Alcatraz or something. Like, bitch, figure your life out and far away from my ass.
Like, me sharing my testimony and going through my emotions and being at this level of maturity that I am at right now, and I will progress past this shit, I swear. I'm not set up to lose. This situation did not set me up for failure. He tried to set me up for failure, but I was set up to see. This tower moment that I just had and everything that just went on, like, I am now propelled, and I now have, like I said, the discernment, but also like the cognitive ability to see past bullshit. People like him, when you get with them, want to like love bomb and like also like love bomb and then give you like a form of toxicity too, because then that's their passion too. And then because I grew up in a fucking toxic household, it's easy for me to believe like, okay, well, this is how I am, this is my way of communication. Like, bitch, no the fuck it's not. Actually, like, I didn't even really grow up like that. I was like a soft, low-key doormat kind of person until I got my first boyfriend, and he was low-key rude as hell, and I had to like adapt. Even with my parents being how they were to me and like always putting me down and calling me dumb and shit like that, it's like, bitch, I am loving light. And then you meet niggas and they do shit like this, and it's like, I will like spin this narrative like, oh, you're mad about a bitch, you're mad about a bitch, mad about a bitch. Like, there's so many pretty girls in the world. I see them, I'm like, oh my god, she's cute. And I'ma just say, bitch, I'm just gonna shut up on that note, because I don't need to be offensive. I don't need to be offensive, and there's no comparison at the end of the day. So, and I also have a deep level of moral conviction that some people get around me and they like to pretend to wear that mask, and it's like, you're not that girl, so don't pretend to be something that you're not. I'd rather respect you for exactly who you are and not the facade that you want me to, you know, believe. Ultimately means that like betrayal hurts more and things end sooner for people like me, because I see shit and I either walk away or it hinders me so bad that the universe and God has to like snatch me out of it. Because who the fuck knows, like, had the situation not happened the way it did, who knows if I actually would have had the strength to leave him. Because when I say I'm with a person and I say I'm down for a person and we doing this together, like, that's what I mean. My loyalty is unwavering when it's that for real. But obviously, I don't think that it's that it doesn't exist in a man, because I love to, you know, man shame and shit like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, every man is not horrible like that. Every man is not a fucking lying ass fucking piece of shit like that. You know, we all are human and we all have missteps, and we all may tell a little fib here and there and do some fuck shit to people sometimes. But there's repentance, there is forgiveness on both ends of anything. But in situations like this, the forgiveness just comes in the fact that I was able to move on. The fact that for a second, I really thought that I was not gonna be able to, and not about him. Like, I didn't just move here for him. He was gonna fucking move us to Vegas. Like, this necessarily, you know, in a lot of situations like this, you would feel like, oh, this is a test. Like, and yes, there were tests along the way for sure. Like, the fact that like I got to sit in his apartment, that I didn't know another person like was interfering in that building, and my energy field was like deeply threatened. I didn't know, but it's like, I did lean on my spirituality and like my inner self and my soul, because you can't really deceive me for too long before shit just kind of like start adding up, and I'm just like, you know what, it's just something about it, I just don't. And like my body not lying to me and stuff like that, like, that's not a test, that's a wake-up call. That's a fucking wake-up call. That is I broke that plate, and that was a spiritual cry out for help, and he's helping. Bad people have free will, first of all. God is not gonna co-sign somebody's actions to hurt you or harm you and have you in such a fucked up place that you may or may not be able to get out of. Like, that's not okay. God's not gonna put you in a situation that you know, you really can't handle. But the devil is gonna do shit and wreak havoc on your shit. And I feel like I kind of feel like sometimes, like, when you pray generally and you don't really like narrow it down to like God and what you're asking for and be specific about that shit, other spirits hear that shit too, and they're gonna do what they can to knock you off your fucking rocker. And you have to do what you can, like I did, to not eliminate them. Because I have a knack for, if I feel like you're trying to harm me, like, it is like hyper focused, it's over with, like, and I don't really care who it is. Like, there was a time I really valued like the potential in a situation. I think like we've all fucking been there. I think we all do it in our own ways. Somebody can like claim to be some way and you completely fucking ignore like how they actually are, because maybe you don't see it and maybe you're completely naive, or like you're like me and it's like I do see it, I kind of do smell it, but maybe he'll change, or it's not really like that, and like that's not fair to you. When you're Pisces moon like me, you don't just fucking see the lies, you feel them, and sometimes you fucking wear them on your body. So listen to your body before you fucking listen to a man or to a family member or to anybody that's trying to veer you from the idea that God is your salvation. Because I would always tell him, like, you know, it should be, we should do the God thing together. We should pray together. You should open a Bible for once in your fucking life. And like the fact that it was such a fucking like talking about it, not being about it, when I know that I was a person that would get up and do things like that for myself already, it's just disgusting. And now I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, maybe I'm a bad person. Like, no, bitch, you're not a bad person. You were sitting there sleeping with one for 2 fucking years, and it affects you, but it doesn't ruin you. And in a nutshell, what I'm gonna do is prove to myself that I can take care of myself, sustain myself, and support myself, and get my brand somewhere in Nashville for some time. And then I'm gonna move the fuck on with my life, because one thing about it, bitch, I'm not staying in this fuck ass city. As you'll see, as I'll talk, like I said in those other parts, like home is not conducive for me either. I don't have a supportive network really there, clearly, because they seem to think that if I'm not home, they can't really do nothing for me. And that is such a limited mindset that I cannot allow myself to be shackled to. So I've moved on. I've claimed my territory, thanks to God. Like, thank God I have a space to really vent and go through things. You'll see me be going through that shit hard in there, and then you'll have a period of me doing it here. And now I'm kind of out of that. Like, I don't cry about the shit no more. It's not that serious. Bitch, if I seen a hoe, I don't know. If you see me on the news, because I had to work fucking at 2:30 and shit. So if I had time, I would just sit here and like do this all day, because I have more to say on like the God side of it and how I pretty much reached my point of salvation. But I obviously have the gift of gab and could fucking go on for days. So I'm gonna maybe shut up now. I don't want to necessarily like not walk y'all through how it happened, but I just know that people go through shit like this, and now that I'm going through it, like it has given me a community of people that relate to me in both similar, like very fucking similar ways, and both different ways. Especially as young women, especially as Black women, or women period, like whatever category you fit into and we relate on. I want to be dictated by a set of rules that don't actually serve and protect us. First of all, I'm just tired of being expected to manage myself and handle myself a certain way when other people don't do the same. It's not fair, and it's just exhausting. It's exhausting. I'm not wearing the fucking energy anymore. So I'm trying to really learn how to watch, critique, and bridle my tongue on what I say, because first of all, in this situation, I've said a lot of shit, okay? So I've had to do a certain level of repenting and all that, and I know God knows my heart and knows like why things sometimes come out the way they do, but it's still just like not okay. Knowing that my words have conviction, it's like you can't get on somebody's nasty demonic level if you're operating on a higher frequency. Because are you really? And if you can't get on that level, then bitch, you need to figure out where in your heart that lukewarmness is, and fucking funnel that shit the fuck out, and fucking step into your purpose so that God can do what he has to do for you in your life. That's pretty much the path that I'm walking on right now, because stuff like this happens and it makes me want to scorch the fucking earth. I want to find him and hunt down any fucking thing he's ever cared about, anybody he's ever cared about, because the places that I'm going in life, he may not be able to go. And may not is me being kind. He's not fucking going. We're turning death into rebirth, so fucking get ready. At this point, I'm alone in this shit, and the worst thing that can happen is that I die, and that's not even the worst that can happen because I believe in God. But I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die anytime soon. I have kids to have. I have a husband to meet first. I have a life to live. I have a blog to write. And speaking of, this is why I'm even doing this whole thing right now, because I'm about to probably drop my next blog post, like maybe, hopefully tonight. But the problem is, now that I'm in my new place and winging off of irresponsibility, my dumbass didn't fucking get Wi-Fi. It was embarrassing to even like feel so deeply for such a stupid bitch. But like, it happened. As an Aquarius, like I live in my truth, bitch. So don't think I can be personal about her forever. I'm actually not right now. Today is February 24th. And I'm a Pisces moon. So like I'm empathetic and I'm feeling like I'm just feeling like I don't want to be disgusting about it. I just don't. But at the end of the day, people are gonna sometimes take any negative thing you say like, oh, slender. And it's like, bitch, how about don't do fuck shit? Ain't nobody gonna have fuck shit to say about you. Yeah, for the fucking haters, like, bitch, I don't see you, but I feel the energy. I hope that you find the peace that you're looking for, because I definitely have found a peace of mind. Fucking frequency has completely changed. 2 Corinthians 7, I'm pretty sure, like, talks about like cleansing the spirit and freeing yourself of all the things that contaminate you, because ultimately unwholesome talk is contamination. And so I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm doing better, and I'm grateful, and I'm so thankful, and all glory to God. I don't have any of my furniture in here yet, but I do have my my prayer shawl. So like my grandma had got me a prayer shawl, and she sat it basically at the altar at church for like a month or whatever. And then, you know, church just happened and they were praying over it and stuff like that. And so I ended up getting it. I think I had it with me the whole time, actually. Stuff like this, like my monkey and my prayer shawl, like it be in random places. Like if you ask me like, where is it, I'm like, I don't know, but I always like low-key have it. And so yeah, I hung it up, and I feel like we're anointed, honey. We're anointed. We are getting over the bitterness. Sorry, my camera's like shaking on me. We're getting over the bitterness. Like I said, shit left a bitter taste in my mouth, but that's okay. Like, it's not gonna be the last time some shit leaves a bitter taste in my mouth, but it definitely is gonna be the last time. Sorry for the focus is being weird. The last time that a man can ever like do some shit like that to me again. And I don't love my upbringing on the emotional side, but I'm grateful that I was kind of given conditional love, because I probably was always gonna go through the situation, and I might not have had the strength to walk the fuck away ever had this not happened the way it did, or had me not had to witness my mom or my grandmas go through shit like that. Like, I would probably be the doormat he wants me to be, and bitch, we're not that. So anyways, I'm about to get ready to go for work. I love y'all, and be safe. And like I said, we need to work on the shit that we say and the shit that we do and make sure they're in alignment. And fuck these fucking niggas. I guess the white ones too. And yeah, if you move out of town with a man, like, do it. Spend his money and save yours, okay? Take my advice, and I love you, and have a good day.